Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine, and today is the day before Thanksgiving. Typically, the average American eats like 3,000 calories or something like that, maybe more. So the point is, we want to get a good calorie burn in today. So what happens when you get a good resistance workout and a good aerobic workout, you have what's called an afterburn. So that continues for about 24 hours. So we want to set our metabolism up to be ready for that big day. So we're not going to use much equipment today. All I've got is a water jug, just a regular playground ball, which you don't even need. You can use any object really for this one, and a medicine ball. So if you don't have a medicine ball, pick up some sort of a dumbbell, a little bit of a weight. So, 5 to 10 pounds, depending on what you've got laying around the house. Okay, and if you don't have any of that, you can also just use this water jug again. So if you don't have a water jug handy, press pause, go get it, go pick one up. And remember to do a good warm up, because today is the day we want to get that good calorie burn in, right? So we want to set ourselves up for tomorrow. So go get a good warm up, 5 to 10 minutes, come back ready to work. All right, so first we're going to do a diagonal knee ups. So I'm going to move my camera up here just a little. I just want you to spread your feet apart nice and wide. We're going to reach up to the diagonal, so across to like where the ceiling and the wall come together as a seam. And all you're going to do is take that knee like this. We're going to bring that knee up to your chest while you bring your arms down at the same time. So we're warming up a lot of muscles to begin with. We're getting our legs warmed up, we're getting our abs warmed up, we're getting our arms moving, getting ready to move. All right, that was 10. Now we're going to switch and go the other way. So reach up to the opposite side of the room, bring that knee up. So this leg is just kind of supporting you. It's not really in a squat, it's not straight. It's just in a little bit of a bent, active, ready to move position. All right, good. Now we're going to lower to the floor and do some push-ups. So remember, with all of our different levels of push-ups, you can start at the kitchen counter. I'll use this chair as an example here. A chair works really well. You can use the back of a chair. You can use a treadmill. You can use a counter. You can lower it down and use your knees. I'm going to lower down and use my toes. But remember, no matter what position you start in, you can always kind of give yourself a break. So if you start on your toes, you can always drop to your knees after 3 or 4 if you're really having a hard time. Also, put your hands directly beneath your shoulders. And when you go down, you want to think about being as straight as a board, keeping your chin tucked. Don't dip with your chin. You want to lead with your chest. And as you come up, think about pulling with your tummy. All right, let's do 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and if you want to, you can absolutely do more than 10. Okay, next we're going to do sit to stand with a med ball press. This is where the medicine ball comes in. If you don't have a medicine ball, grab a weight. Grab something that weighs at least just a little bit. So part of having the medicine ball to hang on to is that you're not pushing up off your seat. If you need to do that, don't use a medicine ball. Don't use a weight of any sort. If you need to push off your seat to stand up, then just do that. Okay, so I want to stand up, press this overhead, sit down. 2. So we're getting another full body workout here, getting a lot of muscles involved, getting a good calorie burn before Turkey Day. 5, stagger your feet a little. I'm going to move this off to the side. If you need to, if you're having any knee pain, bring that knee forward that is bothering you and bring your other knee back just a little. And staggering your feet actually can help you stand up a little more easily too. 2 more. and 10. Good. All right, next we're going to do water jug diagonal chops. We've done these in the past. If you're new to us, a water jug, the water's moving in there. I've got a couple tools in my gym, and I have one here too I'm gonna demonstrate to start with. There's water in it, and it just makes it, you wanna think about sloshing that water. So I'm gonna start with this. If you have a water jug, do the same thing. So I'm gonna go up, and then I'm gonna chop down to the diagonal. So getting that explosive movement with those arms. 5, 6, really turn and do this on the diagonal. You want to think about going up to the ceiling and then down to the floor. 8, 9, and 10, and 10. Good. Okay, if you don't have one of these, which I'm guessing you probably don't, use your jug. So I'll use my jug for the second set. So now we're going to go opposite. We're going to pump it up here and then down to the floor on this side. 2, 3. What I like the handholds of this, because it's not natural. You have to really work at hanging on to this. It's like you're going to throw it across the room. 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 10. Good. So I've talked about this before. Having different handholds on things makes those hands stronger. Okay, now we're going to do dips. So I'm going to show you on the bench first using a set of yoga blocks. Yoga blocks are handy for a lot of things. If you have them lying around and you don't know what to do with them, grab them. I forgot to tell you in the beginning of this video. So if you're able to do normal dips, this is what I'm going to have you do right off the edge of the bench. And the key with this, keeping your shoulders down, keeping your back next to that bench. You don't want to overextend that shoulder. So start with your knees bent here. And then if that's okay, the further out you walk your feet, the harder it is. So you decide where you are on these levels. If none of those are an option, grab those yoga blocks. You can even use a couple books. I know probably nobody has phone books laying around anymore, but I've used a couple big textbooks in the past when I don't have these. Put these right next to your hips, shoulders down, and then your legs are not involved. Your legs are just noodles hanging there. You want to think about pushing up from those blocks. So if you're not able to do the dips off the front of like a kitchen chair or a workout bench or your coffee table, grab a couple yoga blocks or big thick textbooks or something. The importance of this movement is, imagine that you are in bed and you want to move across the bed and grab something. You would kind of push yourself over like this, right? Or if you had a knee surgery or a hip surgery and you can't move that, you need to rely on strong arms to be able to lift your body weight. So that's the importance of this exercise. And I know that it might hurt your wrists, be uncomfortable for your hands a little bit, but it's good to strengthen those muscles and work on them in case you find yourself in that position. Okay, there's a couple different options of dips there. Figure out what works for you and use it. Okay, the next one, I'm going to move my ball out of the way here. We're going to do floor to stand next. So another great full body exercise. If you have no problem standing up from the floor, this is okay. It's still a really good full body exercise. So let's get down on your hands and knees. Now, do this next to something sturdy, like a kitchen chair or a bench, something that will be there for you as kind of a backup plan if you're unable to do this. So I want you to start on your hands and knees, bring one foot forward, bring that same hand onto your knee, push up, use both hands now. If you find yourself here, use your hands to bring your leg forward and then push up to standing from there. All right, that's one. Let's do 5 on each side. All right, bring that foot forward. So foot, hand, stand up. So one of the keys here is that I'm bringing my body weight back. So I'm bringing that foot forward, this hand here, pushing back. So I don't want to stand up here because if I've fallen down on the floor and I go up from here, my body weight is going forward. I could fall again. So if I'm here, I really want to push up, bringing my center of gravity back over my hips because I want to end up standing over my hips, right? And then push up, and there you go. So that's 3. If you need to, you can crawl over to something sturdy, but I still want to see foot, hand, and then if you need to, you can push up like this. That's still okay. It's got to be something sturdy though. That was 4. Same foot one more time. Weight back and push up to standing. Okay, now we're going to do the other leg. On your hands and knees, bring that other foot forward. If you can't get it all the way up by your hand, get it to here and then use this hand to kind of bring it forward. Put this hand here, bring your weight back, push up, 1. All right, that's 1 on that side. 2. Stand up nice and tall each time. Remember, if you can't get it forward, use that hand. Bring that foot all the way forward. Foot, hand, up. So sometimes I've had clients in the past where they can't get that foot all the way forward, so they start here. So I say foot, hand, foot, hand, up. So we kind of use that mantra. So whatever you need to use. So if you're down on the floor and you're like, trying to figure out how to stand up, you need to use some sort of a mantra or a saying, something that's easy to remember. But remember to bring that weight back over your hips and then stand up tall. Okay, that was 5 on each side. If you're able to, do 10 on each side. It's a really great full body workout. Okay, now for the last one, let me make sure I didn't dip any, let me skip any. Nope, okay. So now I'm just gonna grab a playground ball. Again, you can use just a really light weight, or you can use a water glass, you can use a pillow, you can use anything here. We're gonna stand on one leg and take this ball up and down. So we're changing your focus, we're changing your gaze. If that is too hard, keep your gaze, find your spot, focus on one spot, and then bring this up and down. If you're not able to do that, try it in a tandem stance. So one foot in front of the other like this. But if you can, do that one leg stance up and down, and then really challenge yourself. Try to change your gaze. And by changing your gaze, that challenges your balance. It's all that sensory input that's being challenged with that balance. So the goal is to work on one foot for about 30 seconds. Again, if this is too hard, do a tandem stance instead. All right, I'm gonna switch feet and do the same thing. So my arms are going up and down. It's not a heavy weight. This is not a medicine ball. It's just a playground ball. You can use a tennis ball. Anything you have laying around will work for this. Just a pillow from your sofa. Something easy to hang on to. Tracking it with your eyes if you're able. If you're really struggling with this, make sure you're next to something like a kitchen countertop, a sturdy chair, or something. And we're gonna work on one side at a time for about 30 seconds. Even if you keep falling, keep working on that one side, not falling, but losing your balance. Keep working on that one side for a good 30 seconds. Now remember also, this is a good hip stabilizer when you're standing on one hip like this. So if you find yourself leaning out to the side like this, readjust, get back, and maybe just do that tandem stance so you can use both hips to stabilize. Okay, great. Now, to really get that calorie burn, press pause, go do 5 to 10 minutes of cardio, come back and do it again, and then repeat that sequence through one more time. Follow the entire stretch sequence at the end, cool down, do whatever you need to do to just feel good and be ready for tomorrow. The other thing is, the more you exercise, the less you're likely to kind of splurge because you think, man, I really worked hard for that. So be careful tomorrow, be mindful, enjoy your meal, enjoy your family, and drink lots of water. Okay, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'll see you on Friday.